Everybody, I'm coming in to do a quick reading. This is going to be an energy about the first person on your mind every day and the last person on your mind every day. We all have that person. So this is going to be a message on what's changing between you guys. Is anything changing? And how do they feel about you? Okay. Spirit, please guide me and direct me. Right now, let's start with the Divine Feminine. How does the Divine Feminine feel and think about the masculine? First thing in the morning, last thing at night. What is this Divine Feminine thinking and feeling about her masculine? Okay. So the first energy I have going on is sadness and heartache. We have the Five of Cups, the King of Swords. This feminine is having feelings about a Libra or a Scorpio. And this person broke her heart, and by her it can be him. But she thinks about the emptiness and the sadness and the separation every morning and every night. I do feel this feminine has some regrets. A lot of regrets. I wish I would have said this differently. I wish I would have done that differently. I wish I would have, coulda, shoulda, wouldas, guys. Divine Feminine really is going there. And this is what's going on in the feminine's mind often. Very, very often. And with the King of Swords, it's, I know what I should have done. I know what I could have done different. I wish I would have been more direct. I wish I would have been more open about my feelings and about my plans. Why wasn't I so direct? Why wasn't I so sharp? Why wasn't I aware? Why wasn't I alert? And there's this regret about not seeing it better. There's something about you feeling like you just didn't see it good enough. Maybe you didn't see who that person really was. Maybe you didn't understand the situation fully. Maybe you thought you knew exactly what was going on, and now you're looking back and go, damn, I was wrong. I do feel a lot of love here, though. And to be honest, I think most of these regrets are just, I wish I could have done something else, and maybe we wouldn't be separated right now. So the Divine Feminine is taking some blame here. For some reason, that's how she feels. And by she, it can be he in a feminine energy. But the feminine's taking on some responsibilities here. So now we have a Virgo. Look at that. Scorpio, Libra, Virgo. Scorpio, Libra, Virgo. So there's something right here down there that's really connecting the feminine. Three of Wands, expectation. You know you have to go within. And that's what you're doing. Divine Feminine says, I'm going within stuff. There's something I should have done, and I know I could have done something differently. Now you're searching for those answers, and I think you're discovering them. I think that you realize, had I stopped that person on this date from going to this place when they called me, maybe the whole events wouldn't have unfolded the way they did. Divine Feminine, it's natural to have regrets and remorse. It's natural to look back and look deep inside yourself and feel like, maybe I am to blame for some of this. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying it's natural. This is part of self-reflection with the Hermit card energy, and you're just looking deep within your wounds. You are expecting a new beginning, though, with the Page of Pentacles. So you're expecting to take some baby steps here in a new direction with this person. And you do have faith, and you do believe that things are going to work out for the best, as they should. So you do have a strong faith, which is good to have during times like these. I Feel So Bad came out for you, which really describes that Five of Cups. And even through this, I still love you. But bottom of the deck, repetition, repetition, which is very Virgo. You keep going through this, guys and ladies. This is just a habit, and it is a daily habit. It's a daily ritual. And I don't even know if you're consciously aware that that's what's going on, but that's what's going on. It's like somehow it hits you every morning and every night. It's like, ugh. And I'm not saying that you're suffering, okay? Like major suffering, you know? I just feel like it sits with you. It resonates with you every day that something's missing. And your happiness is just gone. You love this person so much, or you wouldn't feel so bad. Manipulation, divine feminine. So you took some secrets here, down here, the book of secrets, the book of knowledge. Secretly, I think what stresses you the most is you've allowed someone to come in and manipulate this relationship. Be it your parents, your family, your friends, your siblings, or be it their family, friends, and siblings, and whoever. But you're just like, Steph, there's definitely a manipulation going on with my masculine. And somehow I opened that door, or I allowed it to happen. I should have nipped it in the freaking butt, and I regret that I didn't. And so there's this kind of energy here. The top three, you could be suffering about a child and a female energy of a Queen of Wands, which is a Leo. And then there's major heartbreak. Below that is Three of Pentacles, and then Judgment, and another Three of Cups. So what that's telling me is there definitely was a three-party situation. We have 1, 2, 3. We have all the threes. All the threes of all the different elements. Okay, fire, earth, air, water. We've got all the threes. And the Judgment is something about the past is coming back. The Fix-It angel is down there. Extremely heartbroken about a third-party situation, to be honest. And this may very well involve a child for some people, a little male child. If it's not a child, don't worry. It doesn't have to resonate for you. But some people, they need to hear that, because it does. It doesn't mean that's the only message, though. I think your spirit guides are trying to show you that this was the way, that it kind of had to go down this way. It was written in the stars. You should have just kind of expected it. It was fate. It was karma. It was destiny. It was all aligned. And I think with the King of Swords, it's like, okay, now I know. But that's what's hard to accept with this Hermit. And it's like, even though I know that that was what I had to do and that's what we had to experience, I secretly still wish I could have changed the events, because I was hoping I would have learned my lesson by now, is kind of what I'm hearing from the feminine. Let's get some clarifying energy here for the feminine. I think I'll use this one. What else are you feeling, divine feminine? You feel like this person's withdrawn away from you and you can't stop them. You can't help but having some romantic feelings. They keep getting stirred up. You keep feeling romantically about this person, and it's just like really hitting home lately. Bottom of the deck is past life relationship. So the overall energy is you have known each other before. So it wasn't just this lifetime. Okay, it was the last one, and possibly the last one before that. But your souls and your spirits have been connected before. And you just can't shake that. You shouldn't have to shake that. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of the holiday together. But this is much like Six of Swords. You're trying to just remember the good, forgive and forget, let go, release, and move on. Yet the angels are still trying to cheer you up and push you forward, because there is still some connection to be had. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So what the divine feminine has been learning with this Hermit going within is how to conduct a real relationship in a healthy, spiritual way. Everyone knows how to have relationships. Some people even know how to have healthy relationships. And even less amount of people know how to have a healthy spiritual relationship. See, everyone's busy telling everyone advice about how to have a healthy relationship, how to be in a healthy connection, how to be a healthy person. What very few people do touch on is how to be a healthy spiritual person. And I think that's where you're waking up. You're learning that spirituality is definitely affecting this relationship on a whole nother level. And there's going to be some things involved in your partnership that no one else is going to understand. There's going to be deep connections that other people don't feel or see the way you do. You're learning to stand up for yourself and how to move forward through pain. So you're learning how to go with the flow. I do think as the Divine Feminine, which I'm so glad you popped up in your own reading, you're no longer allowing other people to superficially direct you into some direction. The classic age-old advice, you know, why don't you just move on and meet somebody great? There's other people out there for you. Leave this person. That person was trash. That person was no good for you. You were blindsided. It was totally the wrong energy. I'm sorry you got taken advantage of. Just move on and forget about that connection. You see, that's somebody's perception from a very unspiritual place, from a very spiritually detached place. Those kind of people don't understand the healing and the learning and the growth that a soul goes through with acts of forgiveness, which happens through pain, and compassion, which happens through suffering, long suffering, deep understanding, and, empathy, which comes from being on the other side here and trying to understand somebody from a mental and emotional, spiritual place. See, people don't normally take those extra steps. They just want to protect their physical body and move on. What you're learning as a spiritual being with the Hermit card energy is how to love in a deep, spiritual, profound way. And that is the knowledge that's coming in for the Divine Feminine. So I think that you are, just getting a lot of spiritual knowledge passed down, and you're just learning so much. Your soul is growing. You're understanding the depth of this relationship. Underneath that is twin flames. Then you have unsure, heads kind of in the clouds, and then you have fresh start. So let's just say there's been some doubt for the Divine Feminine on whether or not you guys are twin flames, which you are because it's a confirmation. But not everyone's going to understand that. Do you think that anyone on the planet can open up the Book of Secrets? Do you think that anyone on the planet can open up the Book of Shadows and understand it from a very loving, understanding place? Or do you think there's going to be a lot of judgment? A lot of judgment. So you are learning to open up this book, get into the secrets of the occult, which is just hidden things. It's not a scary bad word. The occult is hidden secret things, secret knowledge. So you're learning how to go in that energy and make peace with some of these things. I do think you should expect some very good change. We have very soon, it's going to be safe for you to love. And by golly, didn't I say you had a spiritual relationship? Religious factors are affecting your love life. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Okay? Under that is soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So lots of confirmations there. Open your heart to give and receive the highest love of all. Clearly decide what it is you want so that it can come to you now. Yes, you've known each other before. So just confirmations that you felt, you knew were there, but couldn't really put your finger on it. You're finally making sense of that. So going within has been good for you. I do want to explore the Five of Cups a little bit more for you. Spirit, can you please clarify just a little bit more information for the feminine about how she feels with this I feel so bad and the 5 of Cups. So part of your energy here is 7 of Wands, resistance. You feel like everything's been against you. The universe, your person, friends, family, financials, physical body energy, location, children, everything you can put a label on. You feel like it's all coming down on you, that there's nothing you could do. Like this relationship was doomed from the start. And you just feel like no matter how much you wanted to connect and how fated this was, because you know it is, where's the right turn? Where's the right answer? Where's the support? 8 of Swords, you feel trapped, stuck in your mind, stuck in these thoughts day in and day out. What I could have done differently. Could I have done something different? Sagittarius energy is really coming through as well in this reading. I saw Knight of Wands and Temperance down there. Not going to pull them out, but I saw them. Hermit, the 9th house, does represent Sagittarius. So there's a lot of that going on. How does your Divine Masculine feel about you in this regard? How does your Divine Masculine feel about you, Feminine? Fire energy, love, passion, sexual energy, action, a challenge. Bottom of the deck, let it go, releasing energy. Your masculine's trying to let go of the passion you had. Because your guys' passion on a scale of 1 to 10 was actually a 10. Your passion was out of this world. Do they see a future with you with this 3 of Wands? Does the masculine see a future with the Divine Feminine? Yes. I loved you then, I love you still. I always have, and I always will. Okay, there's always this deep connection between you guys. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to disappear. Your masculine does feel that way with you. Bottom of the deck, just like you, 5 of Cups. Your masculine also has remorse and regret. He cries so much. He hurts so much. He regrets so much. And he is sorry. And by he, it can always be a she as well. It doesn't have to be he. But the masculine is coming across regretful and remorseful as well. You're not the only one. Shoot, I was trying to find my other oracles. Here they are. Spirit, what advice do you have for the Divine Feminine in this relationship? What advice do you have? And I just feel like before I pull this card, I'm feeling called to channel a message from the feminine. And maybe the masculine is out there listening. What I'm doing, masculine, is I'm going to channel a message from a collective group of divine feminine energy. And as a whole, I'm going to deliver a message that I feel comes from a very centered heart space in the emotions and feelings of the feminine. And the message is, I wish I could have done things better for us. I wish I would have known more then, because if I had known then what I know now, believe me, the steps I would have taken would have been better and well planned out. I would have had a plan. I would have executed that plan, and I would have been successful. I am more confident now than I have been ever before. I'm more confident in myself. I'm more confident in our love and our connection. I'm confident that I know we're meant to be and that we are past life soulmates, maybe even twin flames. I'm getting on that boat. I'm realizing that this journey wasn't supposed to be easy. I'm realizing that this journey was meant to teach our soul something, and I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for the transformation and the lesson, because you did what you were supposed to do. You came here, you loved me, and you hurt me, and you helped me grow. I still want to believe, with the Three of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, that we do have a future, that we're going to come back from this stronger and better than before. I know that my love for you will never die. I know that our connection will never dwindle. I love you as much today with a fire and a passion as I did the day we met. I will never forget you. I will never stop thinking about you. You will always be on my mind, first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, because I believe you are my other half. You are my deepest connection. I feel you even though we're apart. I know you're near even when I'm alone walking this journey by myself. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep learning and growing and changing and bettering myself and working on myself. And I know somewhere down the line in the future I'll find you again, or you'll find me. Until then, I hope my heart can heal from the past wounds. And I hope that I can feel more joyful, because lately it hasn't been very joyful. And this relationship and its separation has taken a toll on me emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But at the same time, it's helped me in so many other ways. So I'm going to keep loving you. Even through this, I still love you. I'll always be here for you. And for now, I'm just going to go with the flow. And I love you with all my heart. I always have, and I always will. And nothing and no one can change that. And no matter how long it takes, forever and into the next lifetime, I know I'll still love you, even then. Okay, so that is the channeled message I definitely picked up from the feminine. Okay, masculine? That's what I feel from that feminine collective group. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on and see what is the advice for the divine feminine during this time. Spirit, what advice do you have for the feminine? Worry and gratitude. So I think one is the problem and one is the answer. When you are worried, always think about what you have. Always be in the attitude of gratitude. When you feel loss or stress, think about all the things you have to be thankful for. That will offset that negativity and that unbalance, or imbalance rather. Okay, so let's read this message for you. We'll read worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Spirit says to the feminine, worry is wasted. It's a wasted emotion. It does nothing other than give you an illusion of control. And when you expand too much energy into worrying, it limits you and has adverse effects of the natural energy of your soul. Worrying destroys your hope, your faith, and the excitement that is wonderful. It's an element of this schoolroom called Earth. Divine Feminine, remember that you are what you think you are, and you have the power to create positive thoughts, which beget positive outcomes. Worry is a negative emotion, and it sets you up for a negative result. What unnecessary worries are you carrying around with you now? Examine them objectively in light and love. Help your soul by releasing them, and please be fully connected to your current moment which is where your power really resides. And in gratitude, Divine Feminine, be thankful for your life and the opportunities that you've been given. This soulful card is telling you that it's time to stop, close your eyes, and become mindful of the incredible gift the universe has bestowed upon you, and offering valuable and unique lessons. They've all been tailored especially for you. This is an important reminder to express your appreciation for what has been, what will be, and most important, who you are. It is time to acknowledge to the universe how thankful you are for being provided this opportunity of loving your soulmate and your twin flame, and to have these deep insights and understandings between you. It is also time for your soul to share recognition of all the loved ones in your life that you have loved upon this earth, who have helped form who you are. You may even find it helpful to begin to write a list of all the things and all the people you are grateful for in your life. When you put forth this contemplation and the energy and focus to do this, it awakens thoughts and feelings of gratitude. And it will help your connection, your soulmate twin flame connection. It is not only as a transforming, it doesn't only have a transforming effect on your love, but it also transforms your sacred space that surrounds you. It also brings about an overall sense of health and well-being. So an overall sense of health and well-being. So I love that. That is your advice. Write down that list and quit worrying, because worrying isn't getting you anything, right? It's just making it feel worse. And when you feel 5 of Cups and you feel bad and you're thinking about the coulda, shouldas, and the wouldas, those are things that we shouldn't have to deal with. You know, many people believe that our future and our past and our present are all happening at the same time. Believe it or not, it's all one energy. It's just connected like a spider web. You have the power in this moment to consciously change the way you viewed your past and how it felt, and how to create your future. So you're sitting in the place of power, in the throne of manifestation. You are the magician. You can manifest whatever you want. And this 3 of Wands is definitely letting you know that start taking those steps towards what you want. And it's not just physical things, it's spiritual, mental, and emotional. Take those steps to start creating this new future. Spirit, where is the Divine Feminine being headed? Where is the Divine Feminine headed in concerns to her Divine Masculine? And by her, it can be him. But where's the Divine Feminine going? This is the one. Detox, bottom of the deck, activation. Okay. Detox number 16. And this does have something to do with like a tower, a clearing moment, and the star card. I see some intestines here. So maybe the intestines have something to do with this. Maybe you're working on detoxing your intestines, maybe going through some kind of a literal stomach intestinal detox. This is going to help you a lot. And I'm definitely channeling that if you are going to do a stomach detox with apple cider vinegar or some other form of tea or whatever it is you're doing, some kind of a cleanse, it's going to do more than just help you physically. It's going to help you emotionally, and it's going to open up your solar plexus chakra. And you're going to be activating your manifestative power because you're going to start seeing results. And what I'm hearing is once you initiate and activate this detox, over the next maybe 2 weeks, you're going to actually see some physical results in your literal manifestations. So get ready to see results. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so where are you headed? Divine Feminine, there's a great power and vitality to be found in letting go. Your daily routine or something that you've kept doing the same way is changing. And it's a far better future that's promised whenever you just let this go and you trust in the power of walking away. Room is being made for what you really want to come into your life. New ideas, new healing, and growth are literally just around the corner. But don't forget to release, to cleanse, to make room and be ready to accept the new that's coming in for you. It is a very important and crucial time, Divine Feminine, to forgive and to forget, because it is time to move on. And I think that's going to be really hard for you. This energy is a little scary. It's a lot like taking a shot in the dark. You letting go of this twin flame, of this soulmate, feels like you're losing your limbs. It feels like you might even be losing your heart or your mind. Letting this go is extremely scary. You're very certain that this is the end. And by releasing this person completely is a little bit scary, because you've released this person physically. You had to. You released this person communicative-wise. Phone, text, talking, it's been minimum or not at all. That's what I'm channeling. So you've released the physical parts of this soulmate, okay? This twin flame. And that was like, it was very difficult. And all you've been hanging on to is this deep connection, which by dreams and by telepathy and by spirit and by thought. And you have still been connected. But now you're having to release that. And you're like, I don't want to let that go. I don't want to let that little bit go. That's all I have left. It's all I have left to remember this relationship by. This past life relationship. I don't want to lose everything that I have. All I have left. But that's what needs to happen. And with you going within and doing what has to be done with this King of Swords, sometimes those difficult decisions are the hardest to make. But the King of Swords assures you, by letting this last bit go, that's the detox. And it's like all the problems, all the drama, all the pain, all the suffering and difficulties that were kind of clogged up in your energy, like a clogged bowel, they're released. And by releasing whatever you have left, it feels terrifying. But you're going to make room for this person to come back. You're going to make room for a newness between you guys. It's kind of like resetting a game. I don't know how to explain it. What I'm being given as an image is an oven. And it is full of crud. You know, it's got crap all in there. It's got crumbs. It's got drippings. It has a foul odor when you turn it on. It's just a dirty oven. It's greasy. And you put food in there and you want to cook the food to come out looking great and tasting wonderful. Perhaps you want to cook a roast or a turkey or whatever. And so you're anticipating cooking this really delicious meal. And you put it in and it's filled with the aroma and the scent of the old food around it and all the gunk and grease. And then you taste your meal and it does not taste divine. Okay, it doesn't taste divine. It's infused with the aromas of the past. So yeah, that's the vision I'm being given. I don't know, they use cooking for me sometimes, my spirit guides. So it is time to go ahead and clean the oven. Okay, Right now, all you have left of your past is the aromas, the scent, and a little grime. And it's not good for you. We're going to go ahead and just clean this oven completely out, and voila. You thought your oven was black, but it's actually a deep blue. It's a blue oven inside. Wow, that's pretty. It's a nice interior. The glass is shiny. The metal bars are actually silver, not black. That's amazing. You can actually see through the light of the oven now. Wow, that's cool. And now you can cook something. Now you can manifest something beautiful and wonderful and delicious, and let's just say divine. So clean out your oven, guys. Clean out your manifestative powers. Right now, you're manifesting with a dirty oven, and everything that you have coming to you is not going to have the greatest of flavor. It's time to fix that. 16, tower moment. Go ahead and let this go. They will be back. Can I just assure you they will be back? They loved you then. They love you still. Always have. Always will. Even in the event that you release them fully. And it's going to feel scary, and it's going to feel crazy, to be honest. You guys are going to experience a spiritual release. And it feels empty. And it's scary, and it may even bring tears to your eyes, because when you release something spiritual, believe me, it takes something away from you. It kind of feels like you've lost your comfort blanket or a comfort animal or your comfort zone. Let's just say comfort zone. When you release this spiritual energy from your person, you're losing your comfort zone. You're going to feel raw and vulnerable. But after a little while, it's going to feel good. And what Spirit's telling me, you might even get a hint of lemon, like a scent, or a vision, or a knowing, or just seeing more yellow. But lemon comes in as the detoxer and the clarifier here. And it's going to be fresh. It's going to be zesty. It's going to be exciting and clean, and just, yeah, it's going to be great. So get ready. Get ready for the movement that's happening. Okay, so that is the Divine Feminines. I'm going to jump into the Masculine. Thank you so much for watching that, Divine Feminine. I hope that was good for you. All right, and Masculine, if you were cross-watching, I hope that was good for you to watch. Hope you got something from your feminine. Okay. Okay. So now we're at 37 minutes. Okay, we're going to get into the Divine Masculine. Spirit, please connect me right now with these tarot cards to the energy of the Divine Masculine. Show me his current energy about the person he is thinking first thing in the morning and the last thing at night about. So we have a tower moment. Okay. Tower, Scorpio vibes. Again, Scorpio vibes come in. Between the feminine and the masculine, there's certainly a Scorpio tying element. So masculine, you and your feminine, in some part of your astrology chart, your birth chart, you're going to find a tie between you guys with the zodiac sign Scorpio. So just keep that in mind, and please check your Vedic if you haven't. But there is going to be a tie for you guys with that element of water, or maybe even the house of Scorpio, which is the 8th. Okay? So what I have right now, the first person you think of in the morning and the last person you think of at night is somebody that you used to share a home with. You also shared children with this person, okay? A home and children. The number 44 comes up a lot. So there's the Emperor energy coming in, even though the Emperor's not here. So there is a mother-father element. Maybe you're thinking of your mother and father, or maybe you're thinking of a woman that is the mother of your children, or a man that is the father of your children, one or the other. But there's this element. You saw your life with this person. It was like a flash before your eyes. It didn't get to grow. You guys met and you had a chance. You had a shot at this marriage, because this is marriage. So there was a union, okay? It got destroyed. A tower came down and stopped your guys' connection. But I don't think it was permanently. I think it was for a little while. But this has been carrying on for some time. With this Hanged Man here, you guys have been suffering for quite a while. And there has been a block between you guys. Your world came crashing down. When you met this feminine, it was at a time when nothing was going right. It was at a time when you were losing your home, or you were losing your family, or you lost a family member, or you lost a job, or you were going through a spiritual transformation. Maybe all of the above, for all I know. But it was a very transformative time when you met this person. Your twin flame or soulmate could have some very strong Cancerian traits as well. So the signs that are really coming in is the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Tropical, or Venus, for sure, and Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio and Cancer are here. Pisces is also seen. It's seen somewhere, but there's some strong elements here of Cancer and Scorpio. You guys might be sharing an element also where one has a Cancer Venus and one has a Scorpio Jupiter, or one has a Jupiter Cancer and one has a Venus Scorpio. Okay, or there's just something that's tying you guys. Maybe it's a sun sign, a moon, or a rising sign. But there's some kind of an element tying you guys there as well. Spirit, connect me with this divine masculine and what he thinks about in the morning and at night. What do you think of in the morning, first thing, and at night, last thing before you go to bed? Path to destiny, healing, and loyalty. I feel like I want to pull more for you. So masculine as a man, and you could be a woman, but I'm just going to say as a man because I'm diving into a masculine energy. The first thing on your mind every day is money. Last thing on your mind every day is money. But it's also about this Empress, this person, this woman, a wife or the mother of your children or your mother, possibly. A divine feminine. Even if it's a male, it's a divine feminine. And you think about this person very, very much. You're not talking to this person, Four of Swords. You're quiet, you're not speaking to them. I think you guys are not on speaking terms. You know that you're supposed to be in communication or talking to this person. DM, you feel it and you know it. You're supposed to be on this path with this divine feminine. It's just part of the deal. And you know part of your path with this person is a deep, transformative healing, deep recovery. And you also know that this person that you think of in the morning and at night is extremely loyal. Like they're waiting on you. And to be honest, with the Hanged Man and loyalty, I do think this person's waiting on you. Looks like a blister, a blood vessel.
Can that happen from scratching it too much?
Yeah. Put some Neosporin on it. And put your eczema cream because that's going to start breaking out because it's so cold. And I can already tell. Masculine, let's go ahead and connect some more cards. Let's connect the dots. Connect the dots. Show me what you're thinking of morning and night. Discovery. Karmic. Mending bridges and forgiveness. Look how that's playing out, guys. You know right now your finances are smashing down. So right now, to be honest, finances are not so great. I mean, I know some masculines that own 2 houses, they're a CEO, and life seems great. But you're constantly mind on your money, looking at the bank, checking numbers, checking accounts, writing checks, paying bills. You know, even if it's not a money struggle, it's money-minded, money mindfulness. You know what I'm saying? And that could very much be what's being destructive in your life. And I do want to use the term destructive because being overly focused on money is destructive if it's not being used for positivity or, you know, prosperous manifestations that bring love and light. On the other end of that spectrum, gosh, can't talk, is financial karma. And this could be where finances are hitting you hard and you're just feeling the weight. And you're feeling like my finances are just crumbling down all around me. You're trying to deal with it, but it's happening so fast. It could be the energy where you find out your credit score went from a 800 to a 550. Something like that. Completely destructive. Now you can't get a car, you can't rent an apartment, you can't get a house, you can't get another credit card to help you pay anything. So you're just stressed because you're making enough to pay the bills, but not quite enough. And all the other avenues where you need to save or gain, there's like doors closing on you. And it feels like the world is falling down on you. So yes, money matters are definitely on the masculine's mind. Whether it's, you know, Scrooge McDuck counting all those coins, rich as heck, but still money-minded and just being focused on it. You know, some people are like that. Or they're just having a loss completely. They're having a stressful energy. So like I said, it's one or the other on that spectrum. But money matters are on your mind, masculine. We're going to move on. And by the way, can I just stop for a second? It's okay for a masculine to focus on these things. Feminine energies are not going to understand this bit. Feminines wake up and think about health and healing, love and family. Feminines think about the nutrition of the home, the happiness and overall emotional well-being of the home. The way the home looks. Is it comfortable? Is it warm? Does everyone have clean clothes? Is there food to eat? Believe me, I'm a Cancer. I know this shit. I know that's what feminines think of because I'm an ultra feminine, especially when it comes to the home. But feminines think about those things. The overall energy of the home. You see? Masculines don't think that way, and that's perfectly fine. Masculines think about, are the bills paid on time? Are the credit scores where they need to be? Do we have enough gas? Do we have enough, you know, of the things we need around the house? Do we have the snow shovel? Is it shoveled? Do we have snow salt? Is the utilities working fine? Is the propane heater working okay? Is the plumbing doing all right with all of this coldness? You know, is the car running smoothly? Is the car clean? Does it have enough gas? You know, what are the road conditions like? You see, masculines think about the protectiveness of the family. Do we need a security system? Are our windows locked? Are our doors good enough? Is there a draft coming in? Are we putting too much money into gas when we should be doing something else? Is there something else I can do to create more money to have more for the family? See, masculines think very differently. They're thinking protection and prosperity, okay, and preparedness, if that's even a word. Preparedness. I don't know. It's going to be my word, okay? Fuck it if it's not a word. So there you go. Protectiveness, prosperity, and whatever the hell I just said a second ago. I'm not a masculine. I can't think of that shit. But I'm just saying, masculines see a whole different way of being. So this masculine is extremely focused on the finances of the home and the situation, because that may be all this person wants to contribute, or that may be a contribution that's lacking. When a masculine feels like I'm not bringing to the table what I need to bring financially, I'm concerned. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel secure. I don't feel like a man. Okay, even if it's a woman in a masculine energy, you'll catch them feeling the same way. I don't feel whole without this bit being the way it needs to be. And some men that are not struggling financially, you'll see them in their office or in their man den or whatever the heck, and they're going through the numbers throughout their computer. They feel like if they're not checking up on this shit all the time, the bank account, the credit score, all that stuff every day, that they're not doing their job. And so you see masculines looking into investments, looking into schemes, looking into hobbies and other things, because they feel like they have to produce. They have to produce something physical. They need pentacles. Masculines need to produce pentacles. Pentacles are projects, hobbies, results, finances, physical demands, physical needs, anything you can see and taste and feel, and all the five senses, guys. Okay? So anyways, this masculine is definitely going through this kind of a situation where this is heavy. The other part that is on the masculine's mind is deep thinking, transformative. This tower is hitting the masculine and almost forcing the masculine to think spiritually, not physically, spiritually, about destiny. So the masculine is now being forced to look at spiritual things. I think the masculine is, well, I'm channeling here, but looking at their birth chart, their zodiac signs, their placements, their parents, ancestry, looking at what happens life after death. What is this life for? What is the purpose of this life? The masculine is trying to discover his or her purpose. What is my purpose? The masculine needs to feel like he or she has a purpose. And right now, the purpose that they thought they had is falling apart at the seams. It's bursting at the seams. And then comes along this regret and remorse, which is what we got earlier. The Empress, the divine feminine, the other partner, the other half, the other equation to this puzzle. The love and the romance and the tenderness, the one that produces the children, the one that produces the home, the one that produces the love and the security and the emotional bubble of comfort. And the divine feminine is a healer. So the divine feminine coming across here is a healer by nature. Okay? The divine feminine is very much into the business of healing. This divine feminine may be a grower. She may be growing. She may be just a very good farmer or gardener. This divine feminine knows how to make teas and herbs and remedies and healing curative cares. She may be a nurse, she may be a doctor or a surgeon. This person could be a practitioner of some sorts, maybe even a Reiki healer, maybe even a medium or a psychic intuitive, someone that gives peace and healing of the soul. So this person, this divine feminine, is on this earth to bring peace and healing. That's her purpose. Or his. Keep in mind it could be a him. But that's the Empress's purpose, to be a healer and to break up karmic patterns. And to help you, masculine, get rid of your karmic patterns. Okay? So your feminine's here to show you the error of your ways by a mirror effect. And she's here to help you really bust down those repetitious patterns that need to go. The divine feminine is here to break your karma and break your pattern. What else is coming through is it's always on your mind. The loyalty, and then we have mending bridges. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's love, God will build a bridge. And I think you guys very much have love. Therefore, the universe and the Creator will build a bridge. And the Creator lives in you. The Creator lives in her also. Together, you guys can create this bridge built on love and loyalty and healing. You're also understanding with the Hanged Man a profound awakening, seeing things from a different point of view, that this was supposed to happen. All the bad things were supposed to happen. You're waking up to that, and you're learning and you're discovering, wow, I do have a connection with my feminine. Wow, all of our problems were meant to be. They weren't red flags saying this is not the right relationship for me. It was red flags as in saying break up your karma. Look at your patterns, your history. Open up your heart. Let your spirit shine through and grow. That was the red flag. Not that this was the wrong relationship, but that there needed to be change. And you see, masculine, that scared you. That change scared you. So you're definitely being quiet as heck. You are staying away. You're blocking your feminine. There is a hold and a pause. And right now, this just, it isn't going anywhere. But that's because that's what has to happen so you can wake up spiritually. You are also learning to see things from your divine feminine's perspective. I feel like I have to start channeling early. I wasn't going to channel till later, but I'm doing it now. I'm feeling you. What I'm hearing is, this is just, again, a channeled message from the collective masculine group that you're part of. And it's the overall overwhelming energy that comes in. So the words, thoughts, and feelings that you guys might have, I'm going to verbally say it here on this channel, okay? Because I'm an open channel to receive this message. It is me being one-sided was destructive. I saw it my way or no way. I was very unwilling to see your point of view. I was stubborn and grounded and stuck into the way I was used to doing things. I had a system, I had a pattern, I had a way to deal with my life, and it was working. Then I met you, and everything changed. And I have been unable to process that information because I was in essence refusing. That Seven of Wands, I was refusing to become aware and awake. I didn't want that. That wasn't part of my agenda. I had another agenda, which was to continue my karmic pattern. And I was comfortable with that. Then I met you and everything changed. I had to heal my inner child. I had to heal my past mistakes. I had to heal my pain from the past. I had to heal my own heart. And you were my love, and you were reflecting that to me. Everything I didn't love about myself, you loved. Everything I wasn't proud of, you gave me something to be proud about. Every time I wanted to doubt myself and not believe in myself, you did the opposite and you believed in me. That changed me. And I didn't know how to deal with that. I hadn't felt that before. I hadn't known that kind of love and support before. I thought I did, and that's what scared me. I thought that I had loved truly before, that I had been loved in return before. But meeting you, I realized that wasn't love. That was something else, karmic. Hearing that, seeing that, and knowing that made me want to go because I was angry. Angry at being so dumb. I felt dumb. I felt like you dumbed me down. I felt like all my years of experience on this earth didn't matter, that I didn't grow, that I didn't know. And that upset me because I should have known. Why didn't I know? Why didn't I see? It made me question my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own values, my own choices, and I didn't like questioning everything like that. So I pushed you away. I needed to stop that. It was too much. It was overwhelming. And yes, it was a tower moment for me. And I went to my comfort zone, which was my career or my job or my finances, something that I had control over, something that was slow and steady, something I could count on and depend on, and it wouldn't change. I could manifest what I wanted. I can do what I want. I can create that paycheck. I can create that bank account. I can create that career, and I can do the same thing tomorrow, and it will still be there. Then this COVID happened, coronavirus, and it showed me that my career is not stable. My home is not stable. That it's on rocky ground. That it's movable, that it wasn't certain. I lost my footing there. I felt uncertain and unsure about this world, unsure about my ability to provide in this world and be who I am in this world. You started the ball rolling. I ran. This world-changing event continued the ball rolling. Since then, as I've pushed myself away from you and pushed you away, I've gone within. I've been trying to see things from your point of view. I've been forced to look at things spiritually like I hadn't ever before. More time at home means more time inside. I didn't want to do that. I avoided being home because I avoided going inside. I've been going inside. I've been researching my chart. I've been researching my zodiac signs. I've been researching life and astrology. I've been researching deep, profound connections. I've been researching life after death experiences, psychics and mediums. I've been looking into the spirituality that you've talked about. I've been looking into the spirituality that you awoke me with. And now I'm going in and I'm digging and I'm discovering. I'm discovering more and more every day. So I'm awake. I'm seeing things from a different point of view. I didn't want to. I felt forced. But I am being forced to see things from your point of view, and I am being forced to see things spiritually. My hands are tied behind my back. What can I do? I must awaken. As I'm dealing with real world events and as I'm dealing with real world issues, I am also feeling pulled to see you from a different perspective. I'm seeing you in a more loving, understanding, tender way that I had not before. I am healing our love. I'm healing my love with you. I kept it under lock and key. I took out my heart after the awakening of my karmic patterns. I took out my heart. I didn't want to deal with it. I put it under lock and key in a peripheral chest, like Davy Jones' chest in Davy Jones' locker. And I locked it up and I kept that key somewhere else. I did not want to deal with those emotions. It wasn't my time. I put them on a shelf. So I've been making you wait. And I have not dealt with those feelings or emotions. It's tucked away. It's safe. My love for you is there. I just haven't wanted to address it or deal with it. But I am being forced now to go inside again and find those feelings. This is part of my healing, and it's part of what Spirit wants me to do. It's part of my path. So I've been slowly going into this moment, and I'm learning how to break up these karmic patterns. I've been thinking a lot about you every day, in the morning and at night. What I've been thinking most about is how loyal you've been. How you've been waiting on me patiently. How you've taken time out of your day and your schedule to always be there for me when I needed you and just made yourself available. I think about your love and how consistent it is. And it makes me feel like you're my rock. You're this bit of earth that won't be shifted. That my security lies within you. It's almost like you're the sun, and me and the rest of my life are revolving around that, and you're a constant. You're steady. You're sure. Sure as the sun will rise. I know you're going to be there. Sure as the sun will set. I know you're there. So you are this constant for me. And this is why I think of you in the morning and at night, because I know somewhere out there, you're there waiting for me in spirit, in love, and for some even physically. You get me. You understand me. You love me unconditionally. You see the best in me. You know all I can be, all I was, and all I am, and you love all of it. I'm working right now on receiving that kind of love and receiving that kind of recognition, because much of me does not feel worthy of it. I feel like if I'm not providing and bringing into this world what I want to do and see and bring, then I don't deserve that yet. So I feel unbalanced. I feel like I'm not ready for that. And that's what I'm having to work on. It's very hard for me as a masculine to overcome this balance. I do know I love you and I want to mend those bridges. The gap. The space between us. I want to fix it. I do want you in my life. But what feels like forever for you feels like days to me. For some reason, my measure of emotional space and time is different than yours. Yeah, the days, weeks, months, years even pass. And it doesn't feel like that for me. Sometimes I think about the events that happened between us and it feels like it happened yesterday. It doesn't feel that far off for me. I'm not over a lot of my anger and resentment, and it's like I can withhold so much anger and resentment and it's nothing. And it scares me because how can I do that? I really want to work on security. I want to work on providing. I want to work on having a home for you and I to be in. I want to work on having a home for children to be in. I want to work on safety. I want to work on being productive and successful. I feel like I'm not successful the way I want to be. I'm not where I want to be. The Sun card is here showing that Leo energy, the pride and the ego, is strong with me. And it's hard for me to get past that pride and ego. But my happiness resides in what I can provide. Again, I'm struggling on trying to find this balance. The Hermit comes up for me, showing I am going within. I am looking inside, and I'm trying to find that peace and that healing with the Star card. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. 3 of Wands. You can expect good news from me. You can expect that I am going within and change will be yours. I will bring my love, King of Cups, Scorpio again. I will bring my love to the forefront when I am ready. You have my heart. You always have and you always will. My heart is locked away. It doesn't matter who I'm with or where I'm at. My heart is yours. So that's kind of the channeling that I was getting here from the masculine. Okay, guys, that was just a channeling message. And it comes from your heart of hearts. It comes from a very sacred, safe place, deep within. But what I see here as a reader when I picked out the rest of these cards is, look, some of the same cards popped up that were just in the feminines, the Hermit and the 3 of Wands, and it's going within, expecting to see results. Results are going to happen. We talked about it in the feminine reading. We have the Sun and the 4 of Wands. You can expect to have stability in this manifestation with the Sun card. The Sun is going to make those plans and manifestations real, because the Sun represents reality. It represents what you can see. It represents growth and happiness, the ultimate happiness and healing and joy and recovery and health and wisdom. It represents overcoming that challenge and being successful. So yes, love is here. You guys are going to move into the Sun energy. Reunion and reconciliation is definitely seen from the masculine's perspective. Mending bridges and this card with broken karmic cycles and patterns and chains. Yeah, you guys are 100% going to have some kind of a reunion and reconciliation. Also, what's here on the bottom is forgiveness. There is going to be forgiveness. That means there is going to be an apology. There's going to be a fixing of this connection. And down here we have trust. My clock is chiming. We talked about the one-sided energy here. Here it is. One-sided. This has been the issue. The masculine has only seen things one way, one side. And that's what the masculine is waking up to change. The Hanged Man represents a pause and an obstruction and a holding against one's will to be forced to see things differently, to see them through different eyes, spiritual eyes, to be awakened and discover some truth. And that takes time. The Hanged Man is a blockage and a time-consuming card. The masculine awakening is time-consuming, but again, the masculine doesn't feel the time as much as the feminine does. The masculine's not feeling this time going by fast. Underneath that, we have the twin flames, another confirmation. The divine feminine had it. Now the masculine has it. And it's solely, this card is coming in just to be a confirmation that you guys are twin flames. That is the reason it's shown up in both of your readings. So this is a twin flame connection. Let's go ahead and get some other energy here from the masculine. Show me a little bit more about your thoughts. First thing in the morning and last thing at night. I'm on my way. So the masculine is thinking about making that move. Okay, it's happening. It's a strategy right now. It's not an action. But the masculine's like, I've got to do this. I've got to do this, Steph. I'm on my way. I'm on my way into this path of destiny. But here we have repetition again. Didn't the feminine just get that? Pretty sure she did. I don't know. But we have this for you as well, and that's what's being broken. Okay? So you are quitting those karmic cycles. But you think about it. You think about your path. You think about your cycles. You know that you have to change. And I think that's a lot of what you think about too, to be honest. You wake up and you go to sleep and you think, I've got to change. Tomorrow's got to be different. But then an action must be taken. And the issue is the actions aren't taken. It's only been thoughts and ideas.
I'm ready to go to Grandma's house if we're still going.
Yeah, in a minute.
All right. Well, bye.
But so anyways, this is a cycle. It's a cycle of being stuck. The masculine desires to go forward, thinks about going forward and moving into mending the bridge and healing, and then stops. Four of Swords is a stopping point. Hanged Man is a stopping point. So there's a hesitation here. Masculine, don't beat yourself up just yet. Bottom of the deck. Divine time, not just yet. Hey guys, I lost you there for a second. I am so sorry. Is it still Mercury retrograde? What the heck? I'm back. I'm so sorry. Okay, so where I was at with the masculine is this has been a holding and a stop, and it's just not divine timing yet. Underneath that card, we have feeling overwhelmed. So that's a lot of what's going on with the masculine right now is you're just really overwhelmed, hun. It's just a lot. You have career and financial situations going on. You have emotional and spiritual situations going on. And you just have so much on your plate. Like you probably have quite the list. Under that, you have even through this, I still love you. And the divine feminine had that as well. So even through time and space, separations, dramas, one-sidedness, just all this energy that's happening, you guys still love each other. The masculine really just needs some slack here because being overwhelmed right now with everything is a bit much to take on, and the masculine has bitten off more than he could chew. So there is some divine help and intervention definitely coming in. Let's get some romance angels on this situation. Express your love, masculine. Go ahead. Make that romantic gesture. Don't forget your divine feminine is waiting. She wants you to make a romantic gesture. Free yourself from the burdens and the pains of the past. Bottom of the deck here, well, we'll just take a few of them. We have healing family issues. Comes up, and with the Empress, I'm not surprised. Under that is codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And of course, you guys still share romantic feelings with each other. They are real and they're worth exploring. So those came up. Bottom of the deck here for you is the One. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, masculine. Oh, look what's under there. Reconciliation. See? So the one that you seek, the one that's the right one for you, is someone you do have to reconcile with. It's not a perfect stranger that you're going to meet 60 days from now. It's not someone that you're already living with and in a relationship with. It's not being single forever. It's not many, many things. What it is the one you've met, you guys need to reconcile. You need that healing, okay? We saw healing, healing, healing. The divine feminine, the Empress card, represents strong healing and recovery and growth and manifestation, something that is growing but has not been born yet. It's in the works. She does represent progress. Okay, so she represents progress and growth and healing. She also represents opulence, which is wealth and health and just security of all sorts. Do you know, masculine, that by being one with your divine feminine, your business is going to grow? Money's just going to come blowing through the window. That's pretty much how it's going to feel. Everything's just going to be right. It's going to be right as rain. Because when you're aligned with spirit and you're in a divine path to destiny, things just come easy. That's how it works. I know we grow up hearing from our ancestors and our parents that we have to work really hard for what we have, and everything we have comes difficultly, and it's just hard work, and it's blood, sweat, and tears, and love's not easy, money's not easy, money doesn't grow on trees, you know, all that kind of energy, right? That's old school. Masculine, you're stuck in the old school. It's not like that. Divine Feminine is here to show you love comes easy when it's right as rain. Money comes easy when it's right as rain. Okay? Career, family, all these things, they just come right. They come easy. You don't have to stress yourself to make yourself something divine. It just comes naturally. Again, you didn't make any bad decisions. You didn't make any bad moves. Every decision, every move you've made was for your soul to grow. So don't worry. Don't worry at all. But again, look at this. You won't believe it, but what's under this card? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Divine Feminine had the same card. You really have got to give your feminine in you a chance. Let it grow. Let this reconciliation happen. Isn't that a beautiful card? Let it happen. You know, whatever happened between you guys, you know, it started so quick, it ended so quick, it just didn't seem like enough time. And to be honest, masculine, it wasn't enough time. So free yourself from the burden of the past. Start manifesting the healing.
Here is your green tea.
Thank you. You're the
Careful,
best.
it's hot. I'll just put this on the table for you, or
Well, thank you. You're awesome. Did you microwave it?
No, I warmed it up using the old coffee maker that we have, and some of the tea in the cabin or whatever.
You're so sweet.
You're welcome.
Thank
And
you.
I put some sugar, honey in it to give it that sweet taste. If it tastes a little bit too sweet, just let me know and I'll fix it.
It's perfect. Just like you.
Alright, thank you.
I love you.
Love you too, Mom.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Oh, he's my angel. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead. So we have forgiveness down here. You guys are going to heal and mend this drama. Trust me, it's in the works. Spirit says, go easy on yourself, because I think one of the things that you do naturally is come down really hard on yourself. And you should stop. You should stop doing that, okay? It's not needed. It doesn't help. The feminine got worry doesn't help. Honey, beating yourself up doesn't help either, masculine. It just doesn't. It doesn't help. Quit thinking about the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Don't live with regrets. Don't be so angry that you've messed things up, or if you would have done something different, maybe this whole thing would have been different. Don't. She forgives you, or he, you know, the Empress. Okay, Divine Feminine forgives you. Not all is lost. Time is not even really real, because love is everlasting and love is in our hearts. Sure, we feel some distance. We feel some separation and anxiety. Sure, we feel ourselves getting older and physical life changing. But our soul is everlasting. It's on an endless loop. This is just an experience. You didn't make a mistake. You're growing. So you guys are going to be okay. You guys are going to be all right. Your souls are going to be all right. This union, this family, this partnership is going to be all right. We as humans have to experience all these sad things and painful things so we can grow in love. Really, our purpose as humans on this planet is to appreciate the beauty of this creation, number one, and to give love to one another and to receive love. If we're not in the business of receiving, the people who are in the business of giving can't give. You stop the whole train from moving. There has to be a flow. Give and receive. And whenever your life gets jumbled and energy gets stopped and paused and there's towers, just know the natural energy of give and receive, love and be loved is disrupted. If you're in the right flow, believe me, everything else is. So trust in this forgiveness. Yeah, the sun is coming. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you, masculine. Spirit, what advice do you want to give the divine masculine who's watching? I guess you got two as well. And what message does the divine feminine want to give you about loyalty and healing? What message does the divine feminine want to give you? Of course. First of all, divine feminine says you have a choice. You know, the divine feminine is a little bit stuck and hung up on choices. This is one of her top phrases. You have a choice. Choice is a word that's going to come up for the feminine, choice. More options, a fork in the road, blessings, and doors being opened. The divine feminine wants you to pay attention. Look out. Look out your window, because you're not stuck. You're not in a position where you can't move. You're not in a position where you can't make a different choice. You are not forced and stuck like you think you are with the Hanged Man and the Tower. You think that you can't move. You can't budge. You're just suffering this karmic, lashback. And that's what it is. And that's your lot in life. It is what it is. You got what you got. That's what it's going to be. You made your bed. You're lying in it. And whatever happens, happens. Screw it. Divine Feminine says, don't get stuck in that point of view. Don't get stuck in that thought pattern. You have more options than you could ever imagine. You have choices every day. Different forks in the road. You have blessings. Count your blessings. Be in the attitude of gratitude. Your feminine wants to remind you of that. Because doors are being opened every morning. Every morning there's a new possibility to live life in a different way. She just wants to remind you of how versatile that is. And be flexible. See that for what it is. She also wants to tell you you're on the right path. Okay? You are on the right path towards her and you're doing the right thing. Like by growing, going within, researching your chart, learning about yourself, crying, healing, that's the right path. Seeking is the right path. Going within is the right path. I'm also getting a feeling that you might be going through a separation in a relationship over money matters. Could be family, could be friends, could be a lover, but you're going through a separation and you guys fight a lot about money. Or money is the sole source of that relationship, and that your guys' relationship was built on financial or practical needs. So practical and financial needs were what built your relationship. And if that relationship's coming down, it's supposed to come down. bottom of the deck with the Empress and the healing card from the feminine is I am manifesting a new start for the both of us. So I've got this shit. Hi, Texas Bill. Good evening, my love. So the divine feminine is going to be mastering meditation, magic, affirmations, visualizations, and cleaning house in many different ways. The divine feminine's like, baby, I got this. I am the manifesting queen. No, screw queen. I am the manifesting empress. So I am absolutely going to create us a new start. Sit back, watch the show, watch my magic, see what happens. I am that powerful. The divine feminine wants you to know she's loyal and she's got your back. And you're going to see some amazing spiritual and magical movements in your life. And it's not by accident. It is on purpose, being manifested. Okay? So anyways, what is the advice from Spirit? Look at this. Change your fear. Change is your fear also. Okay? The element of change is scary for you. Changing where you live, changing what you do, getting out of your comfort zone, terrifying. Guess what? The divine feminine is also going through this in a different way. She's learning to let you go completely, which is terrifying because she thinks that if she drops you, she drops it all. And it's very scary for her. Her responsibility lies by holding you in her love. So letting that go is terrifying. So she is very scared to change her perspective, but she's going to do it. I've already seen that feminine reading. She's going to do it, or he in a feminine energy, okay? But for you, masculine, you're being forced to deal with this on a much more practical level. You're being forced to change so much about your life. Just the way you have your habits and your patterns, those things are changing. It's been too repetitious. It's been the same old thing for a very long time. And it's about to change with that tower moment. And I know you're absolutely terrified, but Spirit says welcome it. Understand that nothing can grow or even evolve without this movement. And with fear, realize that you are being tested to live in the energy of love. Not the energy of finances, not the energy of protection, not the energy of substance and stability and practicality, but you're being challenged to live in the energy of love. Very new energy for you. So get ready, okay? Saturn also has a very big prominent movement for you in this element, so I just want to put that out there. So the advice from Spirit is Divine Masculine, understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement because there is a certain comfort for you with the idea of living life without any new surprises. The status quo has somewhat of a glittery appeal. You love that, which by the way is very Virgo. One of the few people that love the status quo and things to be consistent and on schedule and alike every day has a very strong earthy energy. So of course Taurus and Capricorn can come in, but very strong Virgo, okay? Anyways, if your circumstances stay the same, nothing will ever grow and you'll never learn anything. Everybody wants life to be better, even you. But I hear your prayers and your requests. I see your dreams and your visions. I know your desires. But all of those things that you want and are seeking and are asking for, those things require change. You have chosen this lesson. I didn't choose for you. Your soul chose this lesson on this school called Earth. And you've chosen to incarnate into this physical dimension called Earth because of the myriad of opportunities of soul growth. So you're actually a very daring person spiritually. If you don't take advantage of them, then what's the point? Staying within your comfort zone is overrated, Divine Masculine. With change comes transformation. And with transformation comes evolution. And of course, with all of that comes pain, comes loss, comes letting go. That's the hard part. The good part and the easy part is seeing the sweet results and the breath of fresh air after the storm. Stop viewing change as good or bad, because all change nourishes your soul. Don't equate it with a lack of control. See, you think this tower is your lack of control. You think this hanged man is a lack of control. But it's actually exactly what you ordered before coming here. Life happens, and it's supposed to happen. You can direct how it plays. And you always have the power to accept change that redirects your path. But you do not have control over the fact that you can stop change. That's impossible. You're trying to stop it. And that's where you're going to meet your difficulties. See, once you let go, there's no more difficulties. And I gave that example for the feminine with the oven. You can't cook something new in that oven and hope that it tastes wonderful and exquisite if what you're cooking it in is needing a detox. In your case, needing a tower, okay? So maybe you want that new business. Maybe you want that new career. Maybe you want that new body. Maybe you want to live in a new place. Maybe you just want fresh air, period. Maybe your soul and your body just wants to regenerate. But you can't with a mindset and a schedule and an attitude of doing the same thing over and over again. That karmic, repetitious cycle. It's not going to help. So let's move out of fear. Let's get into that. Divine Masculine, the outcome of all choices in life is determined by two emotions: fear and love. Your soul is made of the energy of love. And fear is an earthly manifestation of a challenge. To embrace and wallow in fear is to go against your very being. Fear, in many guises, is the obstacles that your soul uses to test its tenacity to stay on track. For a soul, human life can actually be very difficult. I think you know that by now. But acknowledging, Divine Masculine, that your soul's true nature is love and always has been love and will always help you on your path is this Hanged Man Awakening card. Learning that love is the answer for everything, not this physical world. When fears rear their ugly head, it is likely an opportunity for you to stare it in the eye and turn that doubt and that scary fear into trust.
Is it okay for them to pick me up now?
Yeah.
Okay.
View it as a teacher. What lesson are you learning from with these fearful emotions? The more you use the energy of love to diffuse the fearful situation, the less often they will present themselves. And I think that wraps it up because this is what's going to fix it. This is love. And it puts you in the energy of trust. you've definitely been holding on to something. There's something creeping inside of your soul that just, it doesn't rest. It's like eating something bad and your stomach is upset all night. You cannot sleep. You have digested resentfulness, hardness, unforgiveness, and just an overall anger and possible just resentfulness, okay? There is unforgiveness in your soul. Wherever that's aimed at, you'll know where it's aimed at, but that's what needs to be gone. Clean house, masculine. Forgive yourself. Forgive the people or person that hurt you. Forgive. That love is going to really transform your life. Nothing else is going to work well until you do. And I think that's why the card Divine Time Not Just Yet came up. Because nothing is going to move forward till this is done. And healing family issues seems to be a pinpoint obstacle. It seems to be a hardship and the forefront of much of your issues. So make some peace with that. Right? Okay. Well, I think that's it, guys. I think that is your reading. I should probably go ahead and go now. I'll get a divine directions for you. Where are you headed, masculine? Where's the divine direction? What's next on the agenda? What's next on the agenda for masculine? Affirm. Create your own affirmations, masculine. Think of words or phrases that inspire you and write them down. That's going to be the next step for you. Affirm those things that you want done. Write them down and nurture them, okay? Divine Feminine, what's next on the agenda for you? Energy, girl. Try to keep a positive energy by surrounding yourself with positive people. That's next on your agenda. Setting yourself up in the right environment and creating more energy so you can get to work on all these things that you're doing to detox. Both of you are creating and unlocking your creative side with dance, music, art, or writing. So go ahead and express yourself. All right, guys. Well, I love you. Thank you so much for watching this message. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you have not. Okay? And remember, like I always say, this love is a journey, not a destination. So just keep on swimming. And I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and get some things done and go to my grandma's tonight. I will be there all week. So there's going to be a different scenery when I start doing my videos over there. So I can take care of her from her surgery. So I'll see you guys. Sleep well. Be well. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck. Bye, guys.